Hi friends, it's Daira. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you another color that I did on my client. And you're probably looking at it wondering why I'm already at the blow dry. Well, that's because this is an old color of hers that we did that has clearly grown out. However, I had to shampoo, condition, and detangle her hair prior to the color. There's a misconception that when you do color, you should have your hair dirty because it helps protect the hair. And even I myself thought that that was true until the very early part of my career. And it's really not true. When you color your hair, you want to make sure that your hair is free of buildup. It doesn't necessarily have to be just finished being clean, but you don't want it to be super dirty. You don't want it to have any product in it, because what that does is stop the color from penetrating the way that it should, and it won't allow your color to be vibrant and won't allow the color to be the way that it's supposed to be. So if you're gonna get your hair color, you want to make sure that your hair is clean and free of buildup, and you want to make sure that it's detangled, because if you have any knots anywhere or any tangles anywhere, for one, it's going to take longer to apply, and it's going to be harder for the color to saturate and get to every single strand. So you always want to make sure your hair is clean and detangled and stretched out so that you get the best outcome possible. So as you can see, she has quite a bit of grow out. So the first thing that I am going to do is to apply the color to her natural root area, and I am applying a high lift color. So I am going to apply that first so that it can lift, and then as you can see, this is a red color, so I'm not going to apply it to the parts that previously have color, because after this processes, what I'm going to do is go back in with a demi color that is not as strong and just deposit color on those ends that are already lightened, because I don't need them to get any lighter than what they already are. So that's what you'll see me doing in the next few clips, just applying the color. And I did use a K18 to help protect the color. Excuse me, help protect the hair while I color her hair. And then after I do always do protein treatment and a deep conditioning treatment, and then apply the second part of the K18 before I apply any styling products to style her hair. But yeah, you should always use some kind of bond builder just to make sure that you protect the hair while you're coloring the hair, even with simpler color processes like just applying all over color. It doesn't only have to be when you lighten the hair, it can even be when you darken the hair. If you're applying a black color, anytime you put any color chemicals in the hair, you want to just go the extra mile and apply a bond builder or some kind of protectant to make sure that you protect the hair. So here you see me applying that demi color on the ends. It kind of looks a little bit like the color is already red, but that's just from shampooing the hair and the residue falling on to the hair, and it is still wet, so the hair always looks darker when it's wet. But I'm just going through and applying that color to freshen up her ends and color match it with the rest. So this is what her hair looks like after the treatments. I did apply the K18. Now I am applying, as usual, my Love and Health Protect Me serum, and that's going to moisturize and soften the hair and also protect the hair from the heat that we're about to apply to her hair. She wears her hair in its natural state most of the time, so I'm always careful to make sure that I protect her hair and also use lower heat when dealing with her hair, since she is someone who does not want to heat train or wears her hair straight most of the time. So as you can see, I'm using the tension method to blow dry her hair, especially around the roots. I want to make sure that those roots are straight so I don't have to use too much heat. I can just use one pass. I am using the lower heat setting on my blow dryer, taking my time to get her hair straight because, like I said, she wears her hair in its natural state most of the time. So I want to make sure that I'm doing everything that I can through the process to make sure that I preserve her curl and not cause any damage, because um, damaged hair when you wear it natural is not the vibe. So I'm taking every precaution that I can. And then when I straighten her hair, I am using my FHI iron. I find that this iron doesn't get as hot and it doesn't get the hair as straight as possible as you would if you were using like the titanium, like the Paul Mitchell that I normally use. That one gets really hot and it gets the hair really, really straight. But even though I can use it carefully and make sure that I don't cause any damage, I do like to take, like I said, the extra precaution and make sure that I can get her hair straight as possible without, causing the damage. All right, guys, so after I finish straightening her hair, you already know what time it is. It is time to get rid of those damaged ends. So She doesn't come to me often, so when she does come to me, I do have to take quite a bit off. So as you can see me cutting her hair, I always try to take off some first, and if I still see that the ends don't look good or there's still some split ends, then I'll go back and take some more off. It's important to make sure that the client's head is tilted forward when you're cutting the bottom of the hair, because if you don't, what ends up happening is that those pieces of hair on the bottom will end up being longer. So you want to make sure that the head is tilted forward when you cut the hair in the back. So that's why you see I had her head back, so I can make sure I get all those hairs down there. And then I just go through, get rid of the ends, and then I go through the middle and make sure I get all the split ends there. And then I do point cut to try to make sure that getting rid of as many split ends as possible, especially without taking off a whole bunch of unnecessary length. So then once I'm done that, I am going to wrap her hair. So I'm just going through, and I'm using a smaller flat iron to give her a bend. And the heat on this is a little bit stronger than the other one, but I am taking larger chunks on this, so it's fine. And when I am done applying the bends at the bottom and a little curl in some sections, for some reason this color, well, all the colors, when I have my clients sit at this spot, I have like heavy lighting on the top, so the light shines down and the color looks different every time the hair is moved, but the hair is one color, solid red, and you will see it as I lift the hair pieces and drop them in certain areas, and you'll see at the end as well. So don't mind how it's looking here. For some reason the lighting is not reflecting off of it well, but anyway, I use my Love and Health Shine Serum. What that's going to do is moisturize the hair and continue to protect the hair and stop it from getting frizzy. So I apply that before I wrap the hair, and I apply a little bit more when I'm done wrapping the hair. And when you do that and you apply a cap and sit them under the dryer, I start with a little bit of warm heat, gradually going into cool heat, and what that is going to do is get into the hair strand well, and then kind of seal the strands, so when it comes out it's shiny. As you can see here, it's shiny, healthier looking, and it kind of closes any cuticles that are left open, and also calms the hair down from the curls, so it relaxes the curl a little bit into like this wrapped style. If you're older like me, then you remember in high school always having your hair wrapped for the week. This is what it looked like when you combed your hair down. But anyway, this is what it looks like when I combed it down. As you can see, the color is consistent, is a nice deep rich red. So I am applying my Love and Health Edge Control. If you guys are interested in my products, I will make sure that I put it down in the description. You don't need a lot of this edge control. Normally I take a little bit and I rub it in my fingers and then apply it, but I don't know what was wrong with me this day. I just applied it on there, so I put a little bit too much, but that's okay because my serum doesn't like get hard and cakey, so it won't look like this. The next day it'll still be holding her hair and it won't have a shine or anything to it. So I'm just combing that through and then just combing the hair out for her. Then she could just continue to wrap her hair or even pin curl the top to keep that that feathered look. So yeah, you guys know I'm not super great at styling the hair the way so many of these wonderful artists on social media do, but I be trying, y'all. I be trying. I'm more about making sure my color is perfect and making sure the hair is healthy and ready for my client to make sure they look cute till the next time they have to go clean their hair and go through this process again. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. If you have any questions or comments, please make sure to leave them down below and I will get back to them. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.